was like, I completely did it.
What is this one?
Oh, bad boy.
No, I came here.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the post-event press conference for the sixth round of the 2018-2019 ABB FIA Formula E Championship here at the FWD Sanya E-Prix. Another intriguing and incident-packed race here this afternoon. Our winner, Jean-Eric Verne from DS Techito. Well done to you, Jeff. Second place is Oliver Rowland from Nissan E-Dams. And in third place, we have Antonio Felix da Costa from BMW I Andretti Motorsport. So we'll go straight into it. Jean-Eric, your first win of the season, your sixth win overall in Formula E, and of course the first win for the newly named DS Techito operation. It's a big day for the team, it's a big day for you after such a difficult start to the season. Tell us about the satisfaction levels on getting the job done today.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot. As you said, it's our first win as the new team DS Techito, and I feel very proud and happy to be able to bring this win to DS. It's a new relationship, always difficult when you start, but after 20 races in a row in the points, the last 3 races not being able to score any points was extremely hard and tough on me. I did not sleep very well in between Hong Kong and here. But the fact that we were able to stick together as a team and to keep working and with the same wish of moving forward, doing the best job as possible, has paid off today. And I couldn't be any happier with the job we've done. And as you said, it's a big day for us. We are a Chinese team, and winning here was absolutely amazing up until the podium when we heard the Chinese anthem. All the fans were singing it, and it was actually quite emotional. So yeah, it's a big day for us.
And your start actually wasn't the best start you've ever had, but then you made the move on Oliver for the lead, and it looked like quite a surprise move. I mean, was it quite marginal on the brakes? You locked up. Was it quite close to getting around the corner?
He's a tough man to overtake. Obviously, he's moving a little bit, sometimes too much, but that's racing. You play within the rules, and I thought there was only one corner actually I could overtake him. I tried to attack him in many other corners, but not that one. And every laps I was lifting extremely early, so he saw that I was never ever close to him. Actually, once Antonio tried to pass me in that corner, and when the moment came, I just went for it, and I think I surprised him. It probably was the only corner he was not looking in the mirror, because he knew I was always lifting extremely early in all the previous laps. So yeah.
There was a nice dedication at the end, Jeff, to Charlie Whiting, the great late Charlie Whiting, a man you knew well from many years in Formula One.
Yeah, obviously I got to know him when I arrived in F1, and being part of the GPDA, we had a lot of discussion, and I got to learn a lot from him. And he was a brilliant man, a lot more than just a race director. And losing him was a massive loss for the world of motorsport in general. He was not only working for F1, but all the race director were around the world were working with him, and losing him was not very nice. So dedicating my win to him is the minimum we can do as racing drivers. So it goes to him.
Nice touch, well done, Jeff. Moving over to second place, Oliver Rowland, first pole position today. Oliver, first podium position. You've been close on previous occasions, but got the job done today. You must be delighted. Yeah,
I'm on one side happy and on one side a little bit disappointed as well. I had a good opportunity today. But Jeff did a good job. He surprised me. I knew he was going to surprise me at some point, but I was struggling a lot. I had to lift very early. But yeah, of course, very happy with the podium. It's been a while coming. I lost one in Mexico and again was leading in Hong Kong. So it's been a pretty tough 3 races with 3 DNFs. It's nice to score some points, and then at the end, it was all about just consolidating my position. I didn't want to risk too much. But yeah, it was a pretty good race in general.
There was some proper street fighting after you got deposed for the lead with Antonio. Bit of a Barnsley chop, can I say that? But just talk us through that Just talk us through that battle, because it looks pretty fierce.
Yeah, you know, I was struggling a lot, and I knew that if I dropped back, you know, when you start to drop back in a Formula E race, you know, each person thinks you're slow, so they use their energy to overtake you. So I knew I couldn't afford to drop too far back. And yeah, I was on the limit. I think within the rules, but on the limit. Yeah, I had to be aggressive. You know, he's quite up there in the championship. You know, he wants to score consistent points, and you know, I need to be there on the podium. So yeah, I took a bit of a risk. Was a bit on the limit, but yeah.
Well done today. Great performance from you, Oliver. And in third place, Antonio Felix da Costa, our new championship leader. Another good points haul today, Antonio. You seem to have the most efficient car. I think that's fair to say. Just talk us through how the race developed for you.
Yeah, I'm happy with the points, obviously, but I wanted a bit more today. And certainly after following these two guys, I thought we had the car to win. But you know, it's not easy to overtake here. You have to take a lot of risk, especially if it's someone like Oli, you know. And like he just said, I knew exactly what was going on in his mind. He wanted this podium a lot, and he knew that I needed a point. So I took a little risk at some point, but yeah, and he defended late. I was already half committed, and it could have ended badly, but luckily everything worked out. But yeah, I was sitting there a little bit frustrated. I couldn't go forward, so I had to make sure I wasn't going backwards. But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I'm happy with this. It's still a long way to go. I think we're only just halfway now, and we got to make sure we're there in July. So yeah.
There's always been the sense that you're playing the long game in this championship. Like you say, there's halfway through here. Some championship advice from Jeff there, maybe?
I don't know, he thinks I'm going to finish third.
He said he has to be there in July, and there he's third, you know?
I think third in July will be enough to then win the championship.
Jeff's got his crystal ball out again, very good. So in terms of the championship, obviously, like you said, it's only halfway, Antonio, but you are leading the championship and are right in the mix for this fifth season.
It's like I'm not coming into the races thinking championship, you know. But you know, today we missed out on pole by a silly mistake. I think I could have had that one. So that's why I'm here a little bit. Like, you know, if I started from pole, my day would have been a little bit easier. But you know, I don't come here thinking about the championship, but at the same time, you have to. You know, if I would have gone for it more committed, probably had scored no points, then it would have been over basically. So, you know, you have to balance it out, and let's see if it works. I haven't been fighting for a championship in a long time, so I think I still know how to do it, but we'll see.
Very good. Well done to you today. We're going to open questions to the floor. So if you have a question, please raise your hand and state your name and publication, please.
Stéphane Barbet from L'Equipe. Question to Jeff. You are now third in the championship at only 8 points from Da Costa. You had 3 races in a row without any points. Did you panic any time during those times, or you seem to be quite quiet concerning the situation?
Well, the thing is that, you know, when you have bad races, there is absolutely nothing you can do. You know, you cannot pity yourself. You cannot be mad at you, mad at your team. Still 8 races to go. I mean, now 7. So, you know, there is only one thing to do is leave the past behind. You know, what's done is done, and it's you need to have this mentality that put you in the right mindset for this race. And as you say, I go from 13 to 3rd in the championship. I'm very surprised, but it's so competitive this year, so close that everything will be happening until the last race, and that's why. So I kept calm. It was only 25 points behind the leader when I came here, which is kind of nothing. So.
How many points behind? No? How many points?
50 something.
Alex Kalinauckas, Autosport. Question for Oliver. We heard your engineer telling you to secure the result late on in the race. What was your reaction to that? Were you disappointed, or did you agree with it?
No, I asked him. I don't know if you heard before, but I said, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to have a go, or do you want me to just, you know, finish second? And they agreed. To be honest, it was my thinking anyway. You know, maybe at some points I could have had a brave go, but it had been a big risk. And I think the last 3 races, it wasn't worth it. So he obviously just wanted to to take the points and yeah, celebrate a little bit tonight.
It's Glenn Locker's Autosport again. Question for Jev. I was actually out at turn 1 watching during FP1 and you were off the road there and the car looked a bit of a handful. So what changed throughout the day? Because you looked fairly in control throughout the race.
Sorry?
During FP1 where you were off the road a little bit and the car looked a handful, what changed throughout the day in terms of how the car was handling?
Yeah, well, I think we still have, we improved the car massively from Hong Kong where we found a little problem, but the car was still not perfect this weekend. I think the braking area is still something we need to improve. FP1 was pretty bad. I mean, I came off in every hard brakings, and obviously this is when you try to find the limits. So Rome, we should be having an update on the braking system, and this is I think where we can make an improvement. So. This is good, we can put the finger on a problem and work on it.
Haranzo from my own Weibo channel. Question to Jev. This is your home race. You have new sponsors and the big bosses from CMC, and all of the people came. Do you use that as an energy to power you? And also, just briefly on the safety car, you only get a reprimand, but can you tell us what happened?
Well, I have no idea what happened with the safety car. I guess they will tell me later. And as you said, yeah, it's a big race for us. I mean, all the big bosses are here. We had new sponsors, and actually, I always put pressure on my team. Every time I have a new sponsor on the car, I win a race. So, the marketing guys has a very important job to do, to bring a new sponsor at every race, because, it's all the time like this. New sponsor, we got to win. So. It's been a really good day for all of us, I guess.
Okay, I think we're done. Thank you very much to our top 3. We'll see you next time at the Rome E-Prix. Just a reminder as well that all the drivers will be available in the pen just outside this room. Many thanks. Thank you.